criminal or not, it is. They're selling fraudulent goods, not paying taxes on it. Meanwhile, you're working hard right now, but these guys are able to make loads of cash and pocket it all in their pocket without ever even having to pay tax. So then watch, as soon as I put a camera on any of these fraudsters, these scammers, watch how they just freak out. How much? Show your face, no face? How come? How come? Look, they make lots of cash. They know they're doing stuff wrong. That's why they won't show their faces here on camera. And they're making thousands of dollars. So you have a mayor who's not willing to call terrorists who are literally throwing bombs in the city of New York City. They have a bomb squad there right now checking out everything because of how bad it is. Look, how much? How much? How much? Why? What's wrong? What's wrong? You doing something wrong? See, they know they're doing stuff wrong. That's why they all freak out. No, I'm all right. Thank you, ma'am. They know they're doing stuff wrong. That's why they freak out. And you really do have a lawless New York City right now. You have a mayor who's not condemning anything. Only thing he is condemning is a protester. He's a Christian protester. You might not agree with all his tactics. I agree. Some of his tactics are a bit wild. But he calls him a white supremacist, but he won't call the terrorist. That's a little crazy.
Slim, as our resident New Yorker, what's your thoughts on what Nick Shirley had to say about New York City?
It's been like that. Like Canal Street. Bro, I'm telling you, man. I mean, excuse me, right? Here's the thing, right? If you're going to protest and you're going to try to expose something, don't do it in the area it's been going on like that. Ever since I was a kid, Canal Street has been on that level. That has nothing to do with the mayor. That shit's just New York. You know what I mean? That, like, everybody know Canal Street. That's where you get all the fake shit. Jewelry, clothes, all that shit is normal. That's like a 40-year thing. That's nothing new. So I'm totally lost on why he's even. I love that kid, but he's gonna get his ass whipped down there. He tripping right now. You know what I mean? But those people been hustling on that level for years. That's how they make their money down on Canal Street.
Well, he's a hypocrite. So I mean, for starter, like as Slim said, I mean, that is a New York City staple. Millions of people travel from all over the world and the country to go to Canal Street. That is, and it actually helps the economy. Obviously, those particular vendors are obvious. I'm using the term vendor loosely. Those particular individuals aren't paying taxes. However, the people are taking buses, they're taking trains, they're taking Ubers. They're taking the subway, which that's taxed income. They're using their income. They're stopping. They're getting food, which again, that's taxed. That's going into the restaurant industry. That's paying somebody's wages. So for a small, why do you think New York City has left Canal Street alone? Because the amount of money that they're not paying, they're generating that threefold into the local economy. And every single San Francisco, they have their version of Canal Street. Boston has their version of Canal Street. Every single city has, especially major metropolitan area, all have these versions of, their own Canal Street. But I also think it's the biggest hypocrisy for me is when you go out into the Midwest, they have like gun bingo. Nobody's paying taxes on that. They're buying those bingo cards. They're not paying taxes on that. They're playing bingo and they're winning guns. They have meat raffles, gun bingos, and all of that stuff, which is absolutely no different than Canal Street. None of those people are paying taxes. None of that money is going back to the state, and they are winning prizes after they paid, they're paid into the pot. So, I mean, tomato at this point in time, but, don't throw stones who live in a glass house. Some of us know what the Midwest is like. Some of us have peoples out there. Like, you're being a mad hypocrite about this.
So, Mandami accused Jake Lane of being a white supremacist. So here's some clips of Jake Lane.
White Americans need to save our country back.
A few inches later. A few moments later. A few minutes later.
Let's go. Let's go. Let him go, y'all. Jake, are you here? Get off of him. Fuck you, man.
12 seconds later.
That's him! That's him! Is that him? Is that him? Yes! Open the door! Oh my God. Drive! Oh my God. Just drive! Stop! Wait, let them go! Let them go! Hey, pull over! Hey, leave it! Get out of here! Leave it up! Get out of here! No! Y'all just let him leave! It's not working! Hey! Sir! We don't know him! Stop it! Let him out! Let him out!
We got it!
Skeptic, you're on the left. The left's been attacked about protests. It's crazy all of that happened and nobody got shot.
Yeah. And the crazy part is the people that were in the car, I know the girl, she is like part of the trans community. So, and then the man that was like protecting him and saying, just let him go, was a black man. Like this man literally speaks down on both of the communities and then was shown grace and like, I don't agree with him, but also let the man go, which is crazy. And then he's back at it again in New York. It's kind of wild. Like, also, I feel like people like that are fueled by you getting emotional with them. Like, I just feel like I wouldn't have the time for the man. Like just ignore him. He wants attention. That's what he wants. He wants to provoke you to get angry. He says all those things, whether he believes it or not, which I'm sure he does believe it, but some people say things they don't believe just to cause you to get out of character. Like he really makes a living from this, from having this persona. Because I do believe to a certain point, it becomes like what's cool. If you go on TikTok, the popular lives are the ones that are going at it back and forth. You've got people screaming at each other. It's like every day they don't get tired of doing this. And at some point you have to kind of like, what are we gaining from this? Like, what are we gaining from screaming at each other? To a certain point, we have to come to like this understanding, like, there has to be an answer without us necessarily having to fuel people like him.
Okay, for sure. So how do we overcome the stereotypes? Because something else happened around all of this time too. I don't know if y'all saw this, but this went viral.
Going to bomb the place! Dead to America! Dead to Trump! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
And nobody beat his ass? And nobody beat his ass?
Oh my God. Sit down. Don't move.
Okay, so that's the worst thing for me to see, be on a plane. I'm not gonna lie. After 9/11, I was a little nervous. So if I would have saw that, I would have jumped on it too, but I would have been a little nervous. So how do we overcome stereotypes? Because our stereotypes just a defense mechanism? Mia, I'll let you answer that.
I mean, stereotypes are propaganda's playground, right? Like most stereotypes are just propaganda anyways, perpetuated by media, news, and all of that stuff. I mean, the average Muslim is not walking around saying something about bombs and on an airplane. I mean, those fuckers are trying to get to work too. They don't, normal people don't care. It's crazy people like that who are mentally ill, who want to get caught, who want to be filmed, who want to get their 15 minutes of fame. But I will say, I'm glad that, you know, somebody jumped on him. There's no way to escape stereotypes. Everybody has a stereotype. We're all biased. We're all implicitly biased. I mean, that Psych 101 in college tells you that we are all biased and we're never getting rid of stereotypes. I guess the best way would be if you to not act like one when it comes to your own race, ethnicity, or religion. But other than that, you can't really get away from it. It's just mass-produced propaganda. And people eat it up, and it makes them feel better because they feel superior and elitist to the people they're looking down on.
Okay, so what do we do if we don't speak the same language? This is what Trump had to say.
He likes it. He feels very comfortable. We all like him, right? It helps. He's got a language. He's got a language advantage over me because I'm not learning a damn language. I don't have time. I was okay with languages, but I'm not going to spend time learning a language. That much I won't do. Just give me a good interpreter. Interpreter, very important. And I know if somebody's good. I may not speak the language, but I know I had an interpreter recently that wasn't good. talking to a very strong person from a different part of the world. And I could tell, even though I don't speak the language, I could tell the interpreter was not good. When you go, when I give a long, flowing, beautiful sentence, and in this case it was a woman, and she gave it in about 1/4 the time, I said, well, their language may be efficient, but it's not that efficient. And I could also tell when I have great interpreters. Interpreters are very important. You know, you have a bad interpreter. You think you're doing well? Boy, did I do a good job talking to